when you figure out a practice or a system that does all the things that you want it to. Protect the soil, protect the natural resources. You want it to produce food, and you want it to create an environment that's healthy for your family, for the people that you know and live around. When you find that, that feels really good. I'm a professor. I've always done research at UVM, and I think for me, I wanted to answer questions for the farmers here in Vermont. Well, I grew up on a farm right up the road from here, so I love farming. When I started looking for colleges, my mom didn't want me to be a farmer, which is what I wanted to do. And she said, no, you can't. She hates it when I tell this story. You're too smart. That's what she said, which showed you how farmers even kind of felt about themselves. For high school, I had to go interview somebody who I wanted to have a career like. So I went over and I talked to this man, Ev Thomas, who was an agronomist. I had never heard of that before. It sounded very exotic. And he had a diploma on his wall behind him. And I thought, that's really cool. That's really like exotic. Nobody will have ever heard of that. My mom will definitely let me do that. So that's how I decided to become an agronomist. I don't know if anybody really knows that story, but they do now. This is the Borderview Research Facility that hosts all of the research that I do, and it's a private-public collaboration with Roger Rainville, which is very, very unique. We've been doing research here, or I have, for 19 years, I think. All right, I'm ready. Yep. We have 50 or 60 unique trials here every year, and thousands. It's like 3,500 or 4,000 individual plots.
We're changing the seeding depth.
The goal of this research is really to be relevant to the farming community today, helping them with challenges, opportunities. Just in this strip alone, there's 12 different treatments, exploring different cover crop planting dates, varieties, and seeding depths. And so for a farmer to put 12 different mixtures or different cover crops out in their farm, that's a lot of work and planning that we can do here beforehand in these little plots, and just kind of get a sense of, well, what's going to work best. Every experiment gets written up every year into a little report that we give out. They're online. And then we can take it from these tiny little plots to bigger fields. And, I always like to think that we take some of the risk out of trying new practices, growing a new crop, before the farmer tries to do it themselves. There's a lot more soybeans now grown in Vermont, and farmers are struggling to figure out how to cover crop in soybean. By the time most people harvest this crop, it's way too late for a cover crop. We're trying to see if we can use interseeding to get cover crops on soybean ground. The benefit of the cover crop, it's there to hold the ground, hold the soil in place, especially during the winter when there's generally would be nothing else growing, and keeps the soil from running off and keeps nutrients where they should be. I feel like the more we've learned about how a practice might impact the environment in a negative or positive way, we continue to try to do better, innovate, and do better for the environment. Vermont's a special place. The farmers that are here, they live in their community. So keeping everyone healthy and the environment healthy is really, really important to all of us.